The following is a presentation of the MinionWorks Podcasting Network.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Freelance Heroism. I'm Bubba.
And I'm Rachel.
We're a D&D 5e actual play podcast. Our current campaign is Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror-inspired setting in the dangerous and fog-shrouded land of Ravenloft.
While the setting is serious, our heroes are not. Will they actually be able to defeat the vampire lord Strahd and restore peace to Ravenloft? Or will they just steal goats and invoice villagers? Join us and find out.
On this episode, The Confessional. Last episode, the party carried the Burgermeister's coffin to the graveyard for burial. They encountered a small group of local toughs who threw tomatoes at Ragnar, which turned out to be a pretty bad idea. After easily defeating them, the party held a funeral for Irina's father.
Leaving Irina at the church, the party hunted down Colin the Butcher. They arrived at his dilapidated house and inside found dismembered bodies and one dying man. Chunikote helped end the man's suffering, while the professional found a frightened and injured girl upstairs. Before they could leave, the party was attacked by Colin himself, backed up with a few other werewolves. We begin this episode as their battle in the street concludes.
So we got 3 dead bodies in the street.
That have turned back to human.
Does-
Did the townsfolk know they were werewolves? I mean, they were
Yeah.
commonly known as werewolves.
The butcher was.
All right. I'm going to take his head, parade him through town a little.
Jesus Christ.
Cutting his head off?
Oh, yeah. There's a reason.
I
Let's-
wanted his head. That's the reason.
Hey, we're gonna have to do an alignment shift in a minute.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, they were
Yeah,
evil.
they
So,
were. I'm just giving them a hard
yeah.
time.
I said I was neutral selfish from the get-go.
I'm just giving them a hard time.
In the last game during combat, Adri fired 3 silver arrows. Is she able to recover all of those? Or do I have to like roll anything, or are they used up, or what?
Give me a D100 for each arrow.
Okay. 25,
First one broke.
17,
Second one broke.
33.
Third one broke.
Oh, sorry. Those weren't mine.
Adrian broke everyone's arrows.
All right. I have 8 more.
Okay.
You,
Don't
here,
use them.
you don't have any silver weapons or anything, do you?
No, I don't.
All right. Here, take 4 of the ones that I have left.
Okay.
And at least you got something.
Okay. Thank you.
And we're going to have to find some more silver or something going on soon.
So, I want to walk up to Chunikote and hold my hand out, like I'm asking for something.
I'll give you a high five.
I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Okay, so I know that before, in the heat of battle, we hadn't discussed it, but there is a rental fee and a reshelving fee for the blade. So, because the delivery, I'm not going to charge you for the delivery since I did just drop it. But in all future encounters, it'll be 1 gold for every enemy you slay with it, and then 1 gold overall to actually maintain the weapon.
So for 1 gold, he gets the weapon?
No, for 1 gold he can rent the weapon, and then for every enemy he slays with it, that's another gold.
Ah.
Okay. Adri's gonna go get that little girl that we were saving.
All right. As you reach the little girl, you notice something different about her.
Does she have fur?
No. No.
Jesus, Adri, take it down a notch.
She's not. I'm kidding. I'm not even going to the joke right now. So you give me a perception check on her.
Oh no. Oh, that's good. 25.
You notice that her wound looks a whole lot less infected where she was bitten.
Okay.
Her demeanor has changed. She's less scared. Her blood pressure has calmed down. It's not pumping as fast. Her eyes have mellowed out.
Hey.
She's still scared, but she's more human.
Oh. Okay. You feeling better?
She looks up and nods.
Okay.
I want to go home.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take you home then.
And that'll be just a very meager charge. It won't be any.
No, we're not gonna charge her to like bring her home.
Listen, little girl, this is a business that we run here. Every
No,
time we
it's
put our
not.
lives at risk.
Chunicote is going to put his hand on Kavir's shoulder. I'm going to hand him 10 gold pieces and say, "Shut up."
If you don't think I'm writing that on my sheet, you're out of your mind.
Well, I'm erasing it off mine, so you better be writing it on yours.
I'm writing it.
Can I just ask, what is the exchange rate of gold for minutes of silence from Kavir, just so I can write that down for future
You
reference?
gotta ask. You can't afford it.
That's probably true. Adri has very little money.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder
That-
why. Maybe it's because we help people for nothing. You guys, look, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. This is a business, and I get that the early stages are gonna be rough, but we're gonna get there.
The
You guys having contracts filled out by all these peasants that we help, it's gonna be great.
The most money you've made has been from your own party,
No, that's not true. I have an
who've
antique
used
rug.
it.
I have an antique rug.
What?
We haven't even had that appraised yet. That could be a windfall.
He did take an antique rug from the Mad Mary's house, who is this child's mother.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, nobody builds businesses in Ravenloft like a
Yeah, I'm just
It's gonna be
saying.
huge. It's gonna be huge.
Am I saying that Strahd's wall is the best wall? No, I'm not saying.
All right. So we're gonna.
Is that how we're going to defeat Strahd? We're going to build a wall?
He already built one.
Strahd's going to pay for it, too.
Strahd's going to pay for it.
Yep.
Oh God. What do you guys need me for?
Let's polarize the audience immediately. Like
Yeah.
5 episodes in. Let's do it.
In episode 1, I made reference to Bush and Chet Haney, so we're already
Oh yeah, we're already
done.
I have the butcher's head atop my staff now.
All right. So there
Nothing
we go.
sexual about that.
Hey,
Oh.
I want the townsfolk to know that they can be free from this tyranny. I'm giving them a rallying point. A rather gruesome and bloody rallying point, but a rallying point nonetheless.
Adria's gonna just like cover the little girl's eyes and kind of like turn her head away from the severed head.
Yeah,
Turn that
I'll
over.
go ahead
Towards
and
the kid,
How-
mind you.
How old is the little girl?
The little girl is in her preteens. She is 13, 12.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick her up and kind of put her head on my shoulder. That way she doesn't have to look at this. And Adrian, and I'm gonna let Chunicote do whatever the hell Chunicote is doing. I'm gonna take the little girl home because this says bad juju to me.
He's building totem poles one head at a time.
Yes,
Pretty
he
much.
is.
All right. So is the party splitting again, or are you guys staying together?
I'm going with Ragnar.
So I'll go make sure the kid gets home, too.
All right.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So
I guess I'm going.
All right. So you guys walk the town a little bit. You guys reach Mad Mary's house. She's still crying up a storm inside, wailing at all hours, wailing just loud. And
Hey, lady.
the closer you get, the closer you guys get, the more Gertrude pops up, and she gets more lively and happy. And as you guys reach the door, she pretty much jumps out of Ragnak's arms and bolts inside.
Aw.
Wow, this is worth it. This was totally worth it.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know where she lives.
Can you honestly say that you do not find joy in little girl's smile?
No,
So
I can honestly say that.
You are a cold man, Mr. Professional.
I'm going to lean my staff on the outside of the house and go inside and make sure she's okay.
With the head on it?
Well, yeah, I'm leaving the head outside with the staff.
That's like a take your shoes off kind of thing, right?
Kind of.
Kids already had some new. I want to ruin the upholstery.
you guys,
I don't know.
you guys enter the house. Jake's staff's up against the wall, just dripping blood down the wall as stained the door.
Man, I'll clean that before we go.
As you guys enter the house, Mary's not even crying. She's just hugging her kid like she hasn't seen her in her whole life. And then she starts sobbing again in joy and runs to each of you and gives you a big hug. The Professional first because he promised.
Yeah.
You know, she goes by each and every one of you, gives you each a big hug. And
Did
then
you
back
hug
to her
her
daughter.
back?
I'm very disgusted by like when she. I'm just like my hands are up like I'm being arrested. That's extra. That's extra. Okay, so little girl's home. So that was the most important thing, not the werewolves in the street or the vampire lord on the hill. Since we made sure little girl got home.
Not only did we get her home, but Adri, do you have anything to tell us about the little girl?
Do I?
Ladies and gentlemen, the nation hopscotch games are safe.
I don't know, do I?
Like maybe that she got cured somehow?
Oh. Yes. Adri says, guys, she looks a lot better since we killed those werewolves. That's pretty cool.
Chinakote can
Okay.
actually feel that the wolf spirit that was around the other werewolves isn't around the girl anymore. The
Nice.
evil, maleficent spirit that was pretty much in the other werewolves isn't around the girl anymore or in her.
Good.
She's been purified of it.
Good. My good wolf spirit can't abide that.
So with the death of it is safe. Chinakote is safe for him to assume that with the death of the werewolves that bit her, that she's not going to turn.
That's awesome.
See, even you guys can't get excited about this.
Making
I'm
notes.
excited about it.
I'm happy.
I'm going to probably go outside and howl with
We
joy.
had a win
Yeah.
in Barovia.
We define win differently.
And there's a reason you're not the hero.
Oh yeah, no, I am not under any circumstances that guy.
Oh, great, he's Deadpool. He's the Ryan Reynolds walking away. Hey, I don't want to be your hero.
Well, I don't think my actions have dictated.
We don't need another hero. We don't need another way home.
I don't know that song.
Yeah,
Thunderdome. Tina Turner.
You're dating yourself.
Oh, okay.
So we have cured a little girl and delivered her home.
Yes.
Now I guess we're gonna make a big ticker tape parade through the city streets with the butcher's head on a staff.
That works.
Pretty much what I want to do. I want the townsfolk to see that he's been defeated, that Strahd is not all powerful, and that there is hope. Because if we can get the townspeople somewhat behind us, that might help.
I really want this parade to go where everyone's like, yeah, and then I walk like 20 feet behind everyone. It's like, it's not over. There are people still killing things. It's like, bring it to my notch.
All right. So
I am a strong counterpoint to this parade.
as you guys walk through town, you got Ragnick, Adrian, Chinacote in the front, just bolstering the people, trying to give hope. You actually see people looking out windows for once, and some people actually looking and not running and not locking their doors.
Do I see the asshole that threw a tomato at me?
You know
No,
what? I'll give you that.
Intimidated them.
Wasn't
and
he
they're
one of
on
the
good
werewolves that we
behavior
killed?
now.
No, he wasn't one of the werewolves.
I do see him though.
Yes, you do see him. He is
Okay,
limping.
I point at him and I point at the head.
He stumbles back, he trips over a fence post, and he takes off down one of the side alleys, running.
Attaboy.
So do the last surviving members of his friends.
They celebrate murder in this town like in Chicago.
And then there's 50 feet behind the rest of the party, Kavir, the professional. Y'all gonna die. Y'all gonna die.
It's not for sure that you're gonna die, but since we got here, odds are looking up.
Odds are looking up they're gonna die.
I give you 60 or better.
So
We almost died in this total professional.
So
It's
you,
just a matter of how.
so you guys make your way all the way down Main Street, past the tavern, back towards the church where you left the goat, and Irina.
All right. What time of day is it?
Late afternoon.
Uh-oh.
I'm guessing we want to camp out tonight instead of trying to make our way to the
Yeah, that sounds wise.
Yeah. We should
try to
leave
make
it-
our way to the other town before. Okay.
Well, we're going to see Madame Eva, aren't we?
Yeah, but she's
Isn't
in
that
another town.
next on the agenda?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's in another town, so
Okay. I thought she was in a camp.
She's in an encampment off a river, down a trail about 10 miles out of town.
Okay. Yeah, we best make that trek first thing in the morning.
yeah, I
Is
don't want
that-
to get caught out there after dark.
Is that in the same direction as where we're taking Irina?
Yes.
Okay.
Two birds, one stone. I like it. So
Can we access?
out-
Can we find any more
character here.
silver?
The best way to find silver, I would question Irina. When you guys hook back up with her. See
Okay.
if she knows where to find any in town. So,
Well, let's head into the church then.
alright.
Hey, you know I'm going to get blamed for that cough, right?
It's all your bong smoke, Dees.
And,
I was gonna play D&D until I got high.
Then I got high. Then I got
Got
high.
high.
And then I got high. Hey, Dees, just completely out of character here, but you might attune yourself to that sword during this break, so that way you know what it does.
attune myself? What does that even mean?
You gotta spend an hour with
Whenever
it.
you spend an hour with it, you know the magical properties of it.
Is that a thing?
Yes, that's
Yes.
the thing.
In 5e,
Yeah.
most magic items you have to attune yourself to. You can only attune yourself to about, I think, 3 items. But an hour
Okay.
with it, you attune to it, you actually know all the magical properties of it. You know how to handle it better. It links, it'll work for you.
Okay. Chunikote, are you still using that, or are you using the bow?
I've had the sword with me. I mean, you can have it back. I'm not trying, like, out of character. I'm not trying to be a dick and take your loot. You know.
Oh, no. It is what it is, man. If you can use it better than me, that's fine. A lot of my my functionality exists outside of combat, so.
Yeah. I mean, because I can use it as a character. It gives me a little more, options because I'm kind of limited in my spell casting yet.
Right on.
And
Well, then
Adri's got the archer thing down a bit too. So
okay. Well, then you can hold on to it for now, and I'll ask you for a favor later. Sound fair?
I'm good with that. Oh, I feel like I just sold my soul.
To the professional.
Just wait till I have to ask for a favor.
Aww.
I give you 4 hours with goat.
Wow.
Oh.
Only need 5 minutes.
Now with the attunement process, and again, this is out of character here because I'm not familiar with all
Yeah.
the 5E rules. So I just have to have it on me, or I have to like sit and like concentrate.
You basically sit and you play with it. You know, it's their way of saying that you spend a little time with the weapon to learn how it works.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll sing a little song to it.
All right, sounds good.
Probably some Marvin Gaye,
While we
Nice.
something sexy. Play the flute a little.
while we have a minute, I'm going to go through my. Where are we staying the night? First off.
The church.
Church.
Okay. So when I get there, I'm gonna ask him about his like linen closet, any of his clothing and stuff like that. Like, does he have any? I mean, I'm assuming they have donations or at least a closet full of stuff.
Yes, Donovic actually. Yes, he does.
His son has a bunch of clothes he's not using.
Yep. He walks you to his son's room and he opens it up and he shows you his son's closets and you find pants and shirts, work shirts. You find a set of priest robes in there as well. As you guys approach the church, you guys see it actually the boards and the windows back up. It's been re-fortified again. Donovic's been busy all morning. He's getting it re-strengthened. You see the pews are actually back in line where they're supposed to be. He has his pedestal back up. You see him start rolling out the tapestry to the Morning Lord, and he just begins to revitalize the temple in the time he's at it. Irina's helped him clean it up too. So when you guys go in, you actually find Irina just playing with the goat, poking it and petting it and feeding it.
Poking it? Wait a minute. What?
Wrong word.
Hey, David.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take some clothes. I'm gonna inform him that in payment for helping him, I'm gonna take some clothing.
He nods. He tells you to take whatever you need, my son.
Okay, I'm just gonna let you know ahead of time. I'm putting together something that looks kind of like farmy, like kind of backwoods, rednecky, I harvest, whatever local crop there is.
All right.
And then just a regular, like, out on the town looking outfit.
All right.
And the priest, full garb.
All right.
For the priest. Okay, thank you.
You got it.
And then in the future, I promise that will be relevant.
Oh, no doubt. Father Deese just intrigues the shit out of me.
Man, I have a disguise kit and and bonuses to that. So.
Nice.
Has anybody watched Preacher on AMC? Because this is what I'm seeing coming.
Oh my god, I love that show, by the way.
Such a great show.
I haven't seen it. I need to.
Dude,
oh my god.
Cassidy is the greatest thing.
All right.
Cassidy is awesome.
That could be us. That could be us in this game. We could do that. It'd be fine. Nobody would even be mad.
We could if you didn't suck as an individual and I was willing to get bit by a vampire.
Okay, so wait a minute. Out of character. I just need
Well, that's all we need to do.
If I promise to maintain the same level of neutrality that I have now, not good, not evil, just somewhere in the self-concerned middle, and I was a vampire, would that break it for you guys? Would you guys not be cool with that?
We would have to kill you.
What if I wasn't evil?
I don't think that's possible.
Well, how is that not possible?
You didn't really have to prove that you weren't evil.
I'm not sure that you have the ability to handle that kind of power, Deese.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I got it. I can handle it. I'm just curious
I'm not
what
willing to find out.
I'm curious what the public perception would be.
If they could stake you as a vampire, they would.
We'd have to adventure at night and You know,
All the good shit happens tonight.
Logistics, man.
That's true. And then you'd have to feed on someone's blood.
That we have a goat for that.
Fuck you in your neck.
Leave that
Wow.
in, please. Leave that in, please.
Right
Oh, sure.
in your little vampire holes.
Oh, sure, Bubba's allowed to suck the goat, but when I do it, it's wrong.
Well,
Line of the night. Line of the night. Line of the night.
All right, well, back burner. We'll back burner that for now.
Let's back burner that. Good call.
Oh God, I'm not gonna get over that line tonight. All right.
All right.
Yeah,
So
can someone check with Arena about silver while I'm like attuning myself here?
Yeah.
Sorry. Say that again.
Is that what kids are calling it now? Attuning myself?
I guess.
So.
I mean, I got more arrows here that we can silver up.
But then Adria's gonna break them all, so.
Well, okay.
You got to break a few arrows to kill some monsters.
That's right.
Yeah.
know, what we should have
That
done
sounds good.
is taken the arrowheads off of those broken arrows and had Chunicote refletch them onto the arrows that we do have.
Recycle, reuse, reduce.
Reanimate.
Fucking commie.
Adria will go to Irina, and she'll say, "Hey, so I found out that my normal arrows don't work on werewolves, and then I broke some of Chunicote's. Do you know where I could get some more, like, silver? Or silver arrows, so I could at least pay him back?"
She nods. There's a merchant in town that he was one of the first ones to be killed and lynched. His store is empty on the south side of town. There's probably silver there.
What kind of merchant was he?
An expensive one.
An expensive one.
He overcharged everyone. Him and my father weren't on good terms.
Oh. That's on the south side of town. Is there a name of the store?
On the outside of the store, you'll just see a book and a lantern on a signpost that's hanging.
Okay.
He really didn't have a name.
Okay.
Hey, David.
Yes, sir.
If I were to use the disguise check, what roll would I use? I looked it up and it says it's not explicitly specified which ability you would use to employ.
I would say deception.
Okay.
So.
Either deception or sleight of hand.
Yeah. But sleight of hand is what Bubba does with the goat. So.
Oh.
Whoa. That got weird.
A little bit.
And yet, it's still one of the cleanest lines we have.
Yeah. I got nothing. My brain is fried.
All right. Well, so it's late afternoon now. So do we want to go there now? To look for silver?
We could probably make it there and back before dark, couldn't we?
Yes, easily. Yeah, very easily.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
You know, as long as I still have the time to attune myself.
Oh, you have all night to attune yourself once you guys are settled down for the night.
I mean, Adrian and I can go to
Thanks.
the general store while they're doing Deese's clothes shopping in some 80s montage trying to see what fits.
He like comes out of the dressing room with like different outfits.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
guys,
guys, just standing there shaking our heads no or something.
The Mighty
Give it-
Boss
give it
Tones
a
playing in the
number.
background. Where
Interesting.
did you go?
I have one more level until it becomes arguably my most potent ability.
That's
I
what
promise.
scares me.
For bad.
That rogue gets nasty.
Yeah, it does.
The mastermind in particular.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Deese wants to do that and Jake wants to do his attunement, and I mean, we can go to the general store. It's
All
still
right.
daylight, so I don't feel too bad about being out.
All right.
Okie
So-
dokie.
Okay, so Jake's going to stay back in Attune, I guess. Kavir is going to do his fashion show.
I just want to put on the priest outfit and go with them.
All right, yes. Yes.
Who would I be when I be under the catwalk?
So we have Ragnick, Adri, and the professional priest walking down the street.
Priest professional.
Priest professional.
Oh, confessional. The confessional.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear God.
You see a number of people actually now really staring at you guys as you walk down, all at this priest that's following you guys.
I'm going to be like giving hand gestures.
It takes you about
Another day in the Lord's light, my children.
takes you half hour and you guys reach the store. It's actually literally about 4 houses down from the butcher's house.
Oh. Okay.
You guys recognize the area very well. Dees ran by the shop about 5 times.
And you never noticed?
He was too busy watching a werewolf chase him and almost snip him each time.
Yeah, calculating my foot movements.
Staying just that much ahead of a attacker.
All right.
So
Now, what do we see once we get there?
as you get there, the store is actually one of the most upkept buildings in the area. The owner spent a lot more money on it than the other people were able to spend on their houses. The signs there, the windows are actually broken, but you see the just mainly from rocks people have thrown through the windows. No one's actually got into the store, as you can tell from the door sitting there. It's still locked. It's still strong, and the structure of the wood's all there. The stairs are actually some of the strongest stairs you found.
Okay. I'm going to look at Kavir. Now, Mr. Professional, this is place where perhaps you should talk nicely to people.
Father. Thank you. Father.
I'm
Or
sorry.
I'll accept you're enlightened.
I'm sorry. Daddy, can you speak nicely to people?
Oh.
But I'm going to walk over to Ragnick and I'm going to touch him on the shoulder and be like, people handle things in different ways. Every one of them is acceptable to us. And then I'm going to walk away from him while he stares at me.
Ragnick gives the dog cocked head.
The dog cock? You said
Dog
dog
cocked.
Edit.
Wow.
What
He said dog cock. Unprovoked.
Yeah, I think we officially broke Rachel with that one.
It's all funny. It's all funny games till the lipstick comes out.
Ooh.
Oh.
I didn't hear that first go around.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right.
So,
Wow. This has gone nowhere good. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so
I'm going to let these two go in, and I'm going to stay outside.
all right.
But the shop's abandoned, right?
Yeah,
And
the
door's
shop
locked?
the shop's abandoned and the door's locked.
Okay. Adri will try to open the door,
All right.
and then she will kick it because
What?
she does not know how to unlock.
Awesome.
Or
All right.
pick locks.
I can unlock the door.
Oh.
I really want to see her kick the door, though.
Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, can I get a strength check?
Okay. All right. Actually, Adri's got fairly
Help.
good strength. Oh.
This sounds like the beginning of a joke. A cleric and a priest walk up to a door.
21 for the strength check.
Holy crap.
I rolled an 18.
In front of your eyes, she splinters the door from the handle, and it flies open.
I'm gonna look at Ragnick.
I turn
and
around.
feel like,
I turn around and look at her. I'm like, Quarter shines his light on you. Sorry about that, Beast. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna look. I'm like, do you see what you teach them? Do you see what you act like that?
I learned it from watching you.
Watching you. Adri will, like, even though it probably looks like hella abandoned, she'll, like, call out to the shop. She'll go, "Sorry about your door."
You hear a small voice in the back. It's okay.
Is there really a voice back there?
Is there really
Hell
a voice?
no.
Okay.
I'm about to say, even her breaking and enterings are super pleasant. It's upsetting. We're just gonna have to take you into custody now, ma'am. Oh, I understand.
Alrighty.
Adri has to be, like, the cheerful balance to, like, all of Kavir. Just everything about Kavir. Just, like, his entire being.
You're gonna have to work a lot harder.
Yes. Alright. Alright, so as you guys enter the shop, you guys see it's actually decently still stocked. It just, the shelves have items on them, the counter's there. So, you see a chest in the corner. You see a couple tents on the wall, bedrolls next to it. On the other side, you see a crowbar, which is lying against the wall. You see a number of candles up against it. You see a chain hanging near the crowbar, a few sacks on the floor, a number of empty flasks on the higher shelves behind the counter, a couple bells, a hammer's next to the crowbar and chain. You see a bullseye lantern as well. You also see a lamp. You see a block and tackle just laying there on the counter. You see an empty map scroll or a map case. You also see some blank parchment and some pen and quills. And in the corner, you kind of see with dust on it, but a cork in it, a clay jug.
Guys, please get everything.
I am going to
Just
be.
get robbed by two holy
I'm-
men?
I'm going to be taking the bullseye lantern. Is there a climber's kit in here?
No, you do not see one. Out of game, I actually have this deck of random 5th edition items and mundane weapons and stuff, and I just drew about
Nice.
20 random cards, so.
Oh, nice.
Was that a mana? A blue mana?
Yeah, that actually was it was a red potion.
Oh, right on.
The cool thing about the cards is they actually have the specs of everything on them. So,
Oh, neat.
yeah.
So I'm taking the lantern and the crowbar, and I also want to look to see if I can find a bag of ball bearings.
I love ball bearings so much as a player, I'm going to give it to you. You find one.
Yes.
Because
Thousands.
I torture my party as a player with ball bearings.
They're on my sheet already. I have those and caltrops.
You have to as a rogue.
You ever get chased by zombies? Not with bumpers.
Not anymore.
So.
For all your zombie
Okay,
needs.
so he said he took the bullseye, lantern, and the chain,
The crowbar and the
And
ball,
the crowbar.
ball bearings.
and the ball bearings. Okay.
I might as well take the chain too.
All right. You gonna take the hammer as well?
Sure.
All right. You also do see a locked cabinet on the other side. It looks like a cabinet where you would keep dishes and such, and plates and silverware. There's no glass in the cabinet. It's just a wooden cabinet that's locked, and you see a lock on the outside of it.
I will look at Adrian and say, "Would you like to open this door too?"
I don't know. If there's something fragile in there, I might break it.
I'm gonna walk through them, and I'm gonna go ahead and disable device
All right.
on the lock. Ow. I hurt myself.
It'll be sleight of hand, Deece. There is no disabled device.
There is. You get a +2 for the item, I think. I got 24.
All right. You pop the lock with ease.
And then I'm gonna slide the thing back into my robes, my priestly robes.
The lock?
No, the lockpicks that I was using. I'm gonna slide it back into my robes.
I was about to say, you taking a lock, might as well take the chain and become like one of those ghetto like gym beaters. So, all right, you slide the lock picks back in your thing. You open it up. You see fine dishes, different sets of plates and whatnot. You do see silverware in there. A lot of silverware, a lot of silver pitchers. A good probably 30 pounds of silver.
Take it all.
Go ahead.
We should leave them money.
Excuse me, what?
We should leave.
I think Kavir said leave them money.
We should leave them money because it would only be fair that we purchase these goods from them. It would be unfair to loot.
I'm gonna grab a quill and a parchment and write what I think says we have taken items as payment for murdering Butcher, but it probably says something like
It's probably just some stick figures.
Probably. There we go. Yeah, that's what he did. I draw stick figures of us killing the werewolf and leave it on the counter.
There you go.
Oh God. All right.
All right. Adri's gonna take the map case.
All right.
You said there's an empty map case.
Yep.
And there was a bell.
Yes, there's a bell.
I'm gonna take the bell.
All right. There are 2 bells.
Oh. Do they look the same?
Yeah. And not counting the goat, there are 2 bells.
Okay. Do they look the same?
Yeah, the small little copper bells.
Uh-huh.
About 3 inches tall.
I guess I'll take both of them.
All right.
You said there's some sacks?
Yes, there's some sacks on the floor.
Okay. Adri's gonna go look at those.
All right. You find one with grain and one with flour.
Are they still good?
Open them up.
Okay. She'll open them up.
As you open up the flour one, you see it's still good. It's still the flour looks good.
Okay.
When you open up the grain, a rat jumps out.
No, she'll jump back. At least it's not a hand.
He is just another of our great beloved father's creatures. We should take him to safety.
Oh God. I can't handle Priest Kavir.
Okay. Well, Adri's gonna take the flour so that way she can give it to the priest, and then maybe he can, I don't know, donate it to
bake
a
bread.
hungry family, or bake bread or something.
All right. Sounds good.
So who wants to approach the clay pot with a cork in it?
Sure, I'll do that.
This sounds like a trap.
Yeah, who would just leave a jar sitting somewhere?
All right. You approach the jar. What do you do with it?
I guess I'll flick it to see if it's full or not.
You flick it, and it is full. It's about a gallon full of liquid.
Okay, I'll pop the top.
As you pop the top, you pick up a smell of a strong ale. It just hits your senses hard.
And I'll put the cork back in it, and I'll be like, I will take this for communion.
All right.
Oh, praise the Lord of Light. I'm a priest of Relore.
Nice.
Were there empty flasks, you said?
Yes, there was 4 empty flasks on the shelf behind the counter.
Okay. Adria's gonna take those, and then maybe eventually she can fill them with holy water or something.
Nice. Okay. And they still in the place. There's a chest, a tent, a bedroll, the block and tackle, a lamp, a candle, and some blank parchment and some quills.
Wizard one parchment.
What quality are the quills?
Trying to be subtle here.
What quality are
I'm
the
not
quills?
there, so I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. You know.
The quills are actually they're feathers, decent feathers.
Okay.
mean, it is Ravenloft technology.
Mine's better.
I'm trying to think of what I would use a block and tackle for.
Maybe for sneaking up on the goat, you could block its advances and then tackle it.
You could use it to tie the goat up in a tree so it doesn't get attacked at night.
Oh my god, please.
Wake up and find Kavir playing it with a pinata with a goat.
I'm attuning to the goat.
We'll probably use the block and tackle for something, or we'll think up some kind of ridiculous idea.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All
So yeah, I'm gonna take it.
Okay.
Alright, block and tackle.
Did Kavir take the parchment and quills?
He
I
stuffed his nose at him, saying he has better shit.
Oh, okay. Well, then Adri will take them.
Alright.
In character, I did that, so it was more like, oh, I will leave these for the less fortunate.
And here comes Adri.
And Adri goes over to them.
Oh, praise him! The less fortunate are here.
She's unfazed. She doesn't care.
It's only been a few days with Kavir. She's used to him by now.
Right.
Everyone makes me have to be some bad guy, but I'm just trying to serve the Lord.
Don't worry, you'll always be Strahd's favorite.
Good.
Alright.
I'll take my before I can get him.
Is the chest locked?
Yes, the chest is locked.
Okay. Kavir, can you open this?
You sure you don't want to kick it again? And I'm going to stop myself and be like, why yes. Why yes, I'll take care of it right now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, optimistic Kavir is really off-putting.
17.
You pop the lock on it.
Don't make me go pop trunk on you. No?
No.
No one knows that song?
No.
Alright.
They
That's really
can't all be winners.
Okay. Well then,
As you pop the trunk, you find a small sack in there, about a 10-pound sack of silver coins, all stamped with Strahd's insignia on them.
What kind of currency?
You can't really tell. It's the currency of the town, or at least Borovia, that you can guess, but they do have Strahd's emblem stamped on each coin.
Oh, I'm so looking
And
forward
they
to
are
melting
silver.
these down and hitting them with him.
Oh, that's kind of interesting that we could use his own money with his face to deal damage to his minions.
Yeah. How many pounds?
About 10 pounds. So as of right now, you guys are sitting on 40 pounds of silver.
Nice.
Okay. 10 pounds silver coins.
And this is still less damaging to the campaign than me giving Bubba a cannon.
Yes, it is. Never give Bubba a cannon.
Wow, understatement of the decade.
Yeah. Alright. So,
Alright.
you guys pretty much cleaned out the shop of useful items.
Okay. I guess we will head back.
Alright.
Wait, do we need the tents? Adri has a tent.
Nah, I sleep on the
she
dirt.
doesn't need one. Okay.
So,
Okay, then I guess we'll go back to the church.
alright. You guys reach back to the church. It takes about a half hour to get back. By this
Oh,
time...
and sorry, as we leave, Adri's gonna try to like shut the door and try to pull it closed.
As Adri pulls the door closed to shut it, it just falls off its hinges flat, slamming loudly.
She'll yell sorry into the shop, even though there's no one in there, and then she'll hurry after the rest of the group.
All right. You guys reach back to the church.
Backpack run.
About half hour later, Chunakotes has had his time to attune himself to the sword.
Okay.
It is a +1 longsword.
All right.
The sun's beginning to set. As you guys go in, Donovic closes the doors and puts down a new brace to keep them shut. He has a whole lot more chipper in his step now.
Hang on. On our way back, is there a blacksmith in town?
There was. He hasn't been there in a while.
I want to go by his shop real quick.
All right. It only costs you about 10-15 minutes to do it. So you walk by his shop, you find his anvil. You find it hasn't been used in a while.
Do I find a mold anywhere? Like where they pour the molten metal into it?
Oh, definitely.
What kind of molds do I find?
Probably arrowheads and stuff, right?
Yeah, horseshoes, chains, normal farming tool molds. So.
No weapon molds, no.
You find one for a scythe. You do find some arrows. You do find a couple short swords molds.
Okay. I want to take the arrowhead molds.
All right. You do find some axes though, some small axes like hatchet size, and then you do find one large axe mold.
Mold. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take the hand axe molds as well.
All right. What does worry you though is you do see a lot of chains. Like he was making a lot of chains before he was killed. Before he left. The place is just covered with chains and shackles and stuff like that he was working on beforehand.
That's disturbing.
So.
All right. That is disturbing. Now, yeah, never mind. That's all I'll take. And then we'll head back.
As we walk through that square where everyone was looking at us on our way back to church, I'm giving the hand signals to everybody and like blessing people.
All right.
I need to make sure that this character sticks so that I can use him later on. People will recognize him.
All right. So you definitely get more looks than the half-orc walking through town now.
That's good.
You guys been in a few days now. Ragnik's actually not much more of a. He's not an eyesore to anyone anymore. They're getting used to him walking through town and just hulking around.
They stopped assembling all their pitchforks in one room.
You even see little kids waving at him now because he scared off the bad men dressed as 30 Seconds to Mars.
Aww.
So.
Yay, I'm a hero.
Of course you are, my son.
So.
Can we get back to the church so you can take that fucking outfit off?
Yes, dude. He's driving me up a wall, dude. This is insane. You guys get back to the church.
Okay.
As you guys get back to the church, Chunako, damn it, I was doing so great. I was doing great, dude. I was doing great. Chunakote looks up. He sees him coming in. The professional is dressed up as a priest, like fully out. He's hand signals and everything. Once you guys come in, Donovic does the door thing. He shuts it down. He puts the barriers up. He begins lighting candles around the place as the sun goes down.
All right, I'm going to grab my my pot that I used previously to melt down silver.
All right.
Start melting down silver again. I'm going to be making arrowheads and hatchet heads. I don't know how many I can make out of this, but...
All right. Sounds good.
How many arrowheads do you think I can get out of this? And probably 2 hatchet heads.
I'd say about half a pound of silver per arrowhead.
Okay.
Let me look up hatchets and the weight of the hatchets, and I'll tell you. It shouldn't be heavy though. They're 2 pounds. They're saying 2 pounds, and I'm saying about a pound of that's probably the handle. So,
Okay.
a pound of hatchet, half a pound of arrowhead.
Okay. I'm going to make everybody 2 hatchets and then the rest into arrowheads.
All right. So,
And I'm hoping that Chunicote can fletch those arrowheads onto arrows.
all right. Adri does have some feather quills that she picked up with feathers on them. Might help. Okay. 8
Adri
hatchets.
also has a bunch of regular arrows that
Oh, nice.
are kind of useless against werewolves. So we can recycle some of those.
All
I
right.
got 17 masterwork arrows that we could dip them in silver.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that stackable?
I believe so.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to keep a couple arrows on me, but Adrian, you can have most of them.
Okay,
Okay. So,
thank you.
32.
Basically, I just want enough to have my options open. That's all.
All right.
Be
So
right back.
about 64 arrows. You guys can equip silver.
Okay.
So.
However y'all want to divvy all that up.
All right.
Well, Adrian, I got 17 masterwork arrows. You want to take 10 of those, and I'll hold on to 7. We'll silver them.
Okay.
Alrighty. I love how you guys actually plan things out and you work things out before you head out to the woods. I really do.
Alright, so.
It is a pleasure to DM you guys.
Then I have 6 regular arrows. If I can replace them with silver, that'll give me 10 silver. Adrian, you can have the rest.
Alright.
Okay.
That way I'll have, in a pinch, I can back you up if we need whatever.
Okay.
And you're welcome, David.
So, the night comes. You guys are crafting. You guys are spewing silver everywhere. I mean, it's a good night. No attacks on the church. Donovic makes he takes the flour that Adri brought. He actually cooks up some bread, so you guys actually have fresh bread that night. His soups actually has more meat to it.
Where's my goat?
Wait, I was waiting for it.
Irina has your goat. She went out hunting earlier that morning, and she came back with some birds, and so they were actually able to put some decent meat in the stew this time.
Okay.
She can hit bird, but she just can't hit a large orc. I don't know what it is. So.
But she's used to leading more with the birds than with the orc, the half orc.
So, but it's an actual pleasant night.
And then midnight rolls around.
Yeah. But before that, as the professional is going through his bag, he comes across the letter he picked up out of the werewolf den.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I totally spaced. That was last game. Sorry.
Hey, no, it's all good, dude. I should have mentioned it in the recap.
Recap.
Well, let's
Or Dees could just take notes about what he does.
With all the drawing he's doing, I'm going to cut him slack.
Dude, I got notes for days.
So, you read the letter and it says from Ronadad, keep an eye on the newcomers. If they talk to the master's bride, kill them.
Sweet.
So,
From who?
the name is signed Ronadad, or Ronadid.
Ronadad. Okay, so I know who we have to murder next.
So the handwriting, does it look like it's
It's definitely it's professional.
is that say that word now? God damn it.
It's it's definitely from a hand that's been taught. It's definitely someone who spent time with it. He's definitely been schooled, definitely educated.
All right.
So the way you can see in his penmanship, the way he draws, the way he crosses the letters, the cursive throughout it, he's definitely spent time writing. From what you can tell, he's not anyone from this town. The way that you can see the town's been educated.
Okay. Well, then we should go investigate that name.
Sure. Do you share this information?
Yeah.
What is it? Ronadov?
Yes, Rahadin.
I'm going to ask Donovic if he knows. I'm going to ask Donovic, do you know who Ramadan is?
He scratches his head for a minute. He's like, it sounds really familiar. It really does, but I can't place it. He's not from this town. But I have seen his name on summons before, when Strahd's servant, or he says when the evil one's servants, they come through, they give out bills and they stamp letters to the walls and the doors. If it doesn't have the Dark Lord's signature, it has Ramadan's signature. I'm gonna butcher that name.
Just think he's a terror, right? And his name is Ronadon. So he's a Pteranodon.
Ronadon.
Right?
Yes, that works.
Never forget it again.
So Donovic's like, Madame Eva may know, though. I hear you guys mention that you're going to go see Madame Eva of the Vistani.
Well, we were. Unfortunately, our prayers took us too far off course.
He's like, she does have secrets of the land that no one else knows.
Well, we will speak with her tomorrow, whenever we are on our way to deliver our friend here.
Where are you taking her?
To a town that I do not remember the name of.
Ah.
You don't know, you
town
can't tell anyone.
The town is Veliki.
We are taking her to Witwicky.
Oh my God.
Transformers.
Yeah, I guess it's Transformers.
Oh, Witwicky, Sam Witwicky, but...
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
He's a human,
Yeah,
so...
a bad human.
Played by the greatest actor ever.
Philip Seymour Hoffman played him?
No, man, Shia LaBeouf. Come on, dude.
You can see how I might be confused by what you said and what I said.
Shia LaBeouf is my spirit animal.
His sister from Even Stevens, I still have a crush on her.
Damn
Ren
straight. Damn straight.
Am I the only one?
No, dude,
I don't
I'm with
even
you on
know.
that. I'm with you on that.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like, it goes Winnie Cooper, Topanga Lawrence, Ren Stevens.
I'm with you.
What
Tess.
is, I'm just saying.
So,
Now, Winnie Cooper, on the other hand, that one I know.
Yeah. And Topanga.
Donovic kind of pipes up. He's like, Veliki? St. Angel's Church is there. It's the Church of the Morning Lord.
Oh, that's interesting. That's the same god that I worship.
Father Lucian Petrovich. He's a human priest there.
Oh.
So, he stands against the darkness. He is an enemy of the Dark Lord.
It would be nice to meet him then.
Any enemy of my enemy is a friend of mine.
The darkness, as far as I know, has not entered the town yet. It is heavily protected. They have a wall around the entire town.
Did Strahd pay for it?
Yes.
No, the people of Veliki did.
that
What is
town name for me.
Of Valiki? Vallaki.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. But they also have famous wolf hunters in town. So
Wolf hunters?
yes, wolf hunters.
Uh-oh.
Why have you not enlisted the help of wolf hunters to help rid you of problem that we've rid you of?
Because no one has survived the trip from Borovia to Valiki that I know of. Anyone we sent there for help has died or not come back.
Oh, so basically you're telling me that whenever we go, we're going on a suicide mission. Is that what I'm picking up here?
No, just no one's been lucky enough yet. But no one as strong
How
as
far-
you four.
How far away is this town?
Dude, I counted the miles out to the pool. I haven't counted the miles out to there yet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Shit. You're about 20 miles out.
So the camp is about halfway between here and there?
It's a quarter of the way.
Okay, well that seems like the next
Through
place to go.
It's on you take Old Slavic Road, you can't miss it. You just stay on Old Slavic Road and you veer left instead of right at the castle.
Let's do that.
Because you'll reach the road.
So we have to get close to the castle?
Well, quasi, you'll be about 3 miles off of it.
That's fine.
Seems very close.
3 miles?
I ain't worried.
It's that or you walk through Borovia Forest.
Oh.
Which one's scarier, Adri? Is it the castle or the woods? Oh no, they can both be haunted.
Vampires, werewolves, and bears, oh my.
Yeah.
So she's Dorothy. I need a brain. Kabir needs a heart.
Yep.
Hey, wait. Am I the king of the forest? Oh, that's me?
Tunacote needs some
I get to be
courage.
a cowardly lion. Wait a minute.
Oh wait, I'm the tin man.
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta let the
Wait,
hair
does
down.
that
I'm gonna be a cowardly
Does that
lion.
make the goat Toto?
Yes, he brought the mane out.
Oh. I can do the cowardly lion.
Oh, wow, this is amazing. Wow. And the goat is Toto.
Yeah, the goat's Toto.
Dodo.
Goto.
Toto Bell.
And Bubba, the name of the goat today is?
Jody Bo.
I haven't said it yet.
Oh, it's a mystery. Woo!
Oh my.
Alright. So the night passes. You guys have a good night. Good sleep. Good weapon making. The sun comes up early. You can actually see the sun break through some of the gray clouds and actually hit the church. So,
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar.
And it's already tomorrow.
Donovic's
So-
awake before most of you guys. He's already cooking breakfast.
I really like this guy.
Yeah.
I could take him or leave him.
The fact kid, he really likes him.
So,
All right, yeah. Have breakfast. Get on the road early.
alright.
Yeah.
You guys do. You get on the road pretty quick. Donovic sends you guys with some extra fresh bread packed.
Yes.
So, he wishes you guys the best of luck. If he could bless you, he would.
I'll take care of that.
He
Are you
smiles.
still wearing the robes?
Oh yeah.
I hope not. Ah, damn it.
God. Okay.
Definitely, the spirits are shining down. It's definitely an auspicious day to travel.
Donovic smiles and he goes back in the chest and he pulls out a holy symbol of Palor. I mean, it's just a trinket with Paylor's symbol on it, and he puts it around the professional's neck. And he says, one day, one day.
One day I will change out of this and sell this for what appears to be a large amount of alcohol.
He smiles. He's like,
Wow.
he smiles. He's like, don't take this personal, but I hope Strut sees you with it.
Oh, oh, he'll love it. Big fan. He's a big fan.
Don't take it personal.
No, he hugs Chunicote. He pats Adri's head, shakes Ragnar's hand.
Tell him to be strong.
I will. He's like, today I must do a dark act. I must cleanse the church of its final darkness.
Oh, can we watch?
I'd rather be alone when I do this.
Oh, okay.
Donovic.
It's for the best.
Donovic.
He's suffering.
Oh, he means his kid.
If
I thought he was just going to clean up. My bad.
Donovic, if we can,
It
if we can slay the werewolves and spare that young Gertrude of the curse, if we defeat the Dark Lord, wouldn't your son be cleared?
You give me hope, Chunicote. Then I will leave him alive until you succeed.
From the back room here. Woo!
In the basement. Thanks, Chunicote.
I wouldn't want you to have that shadow on your spirit. You're a good man.
You're a good friend.
I'm seriously reconsidering wearing these clothes.
Thank God.
It is so hard to be nice. Like, you don't even understand.
Dude, it is the weirdest thing to hear
Physically
from your mouth.
painful, isn't it?
Dude, I don't. So, that kid.
Do I need to mention that Adri is wearing the holy symbol of Ravenkind?
No, she's seen it on you by now.
No, but like for other NPCs.
When you have it out, yes, it'd be good to know.
Okay.
You're
So-
attuned to that now, right?
Yeah, she is
Yes.
attuned to it. So,
Okay. I just wanted to make. I thought so.
Yeah, so you guys take Arena. You guys settle up. And you guys head out with your new silver weapons.
Woohoo! So,
Make haste, for we set forth towards a church with a man who fights against the darkness. I can't wait. I love hanging out with all of you.
David, can I go back to that general store and find some fucking duct tape?
Yes, sir, you can. In fact, you found it the first trip. It is literally magically appearing on your hip.
What you could always do is donate the 10 gold like Chunicote did to charity.
He's gonna donate something, all right.
You're fucking up my entire dynamic, man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be an imposition.
Oh, dude.
Isn't it crazy how my guy's such a dick, I can even be very pleasant and it still be obnoxious?
You know the worst
takes
part
a lot
is
of skill.
Bubba's gonna bash his head as he's editing this session alone. Just the whole session.
This one's Rachel's.
Oh.
Hold on, let me leave a message for them. Whoever is editing this episode, just have a wonderful day.
I'm gonna put that at the very beginning of the episode. Before anything else.
Yes.
No one's gonna know what's going on. They're gonna be like, "What's being nice?"
Okay. As you guys walk, you guys reach about 5 miles out of town. 5 miles out of town, you come across the bridge. As you guys walk across the bridge, the river that flows underneath is clear as a blue winter sky. It's literally the clearest thing you've seen all day, since you've been in Barovia.
What a charming sight.
Oh God. So, but You guys continue down the road. You guys go another 2 miles, and you guys reach a crossroads. As you guys pass the crossroads, you see an old wooden gallows creaking in the chill of the wind that blows from the high ground to the west. The frayed length of the ropes dance in the wind from the beams. The well-worn wood splits here, and an old signpost opposite the gallows points in 3 directions. One to the Borovia village that you came from, one to the Tesser Pool to the northwest, and to Ravenloft and Veliki to the southwest.
Well, that's kind of creepy.
So, as you guys... All right.
I think it's important that we don't let this grim sight affect our morale.
As you guys
That's
look
true.
back, you hear a creak from the hanging gallows, and you see a noise, and now you see a body hanging from the gallows that wasn't there before.
Oh.
None of you recognize it, but the professional, as you see it, you actually see yourself swinging on the gallows.
Wow. That's pretty scary.
And the head turns and looks at you with his black eyes and just stares at you. And then,
This is just Kavir?
yeah, this is just Kavir. The rest of you see a body that you guys don't even recognize hanging from the gallows
Just want to make sure.
that just appeared. But Kavir actually sees himself.
Oh, I said I never knew my father, but it looks like he gets around. As it looks like my twin has committed some form of crime.
The rest of you guys actually have
Your
no idea
twin.
what he's talking about because you guys don't even see anything close to looking like Kavir hanging from it.
That does not look like you, Mr. Professional.
Yeah,
I think.
that doesn't look like you.
I don't know what you're speaking of.
Interesting.
Are you ill, my friend?
No more than usual.
So, you guys hear another creak and the body's gone.
Spooky.
I think this place is playing with our minds. It has already affected Mr. Professional very, very deeply. Look at the way he is behaving.
Wait. I have to drop character for just a second. I'm like, it's not messing with my mind, alright? I have a overactive imagination because I'm so much more intelligent than you, and I'm trying to create another copy of myself to have someone intelligent to talk to. But
No, it's okay. Embrace your inner dick.
Oh.
What?
Hashtag goat rape.
I'm going to take my tinderbox. I'm going to light the gallows.
All right.
Obviously, evil spirits, they must be excised.
Understood. It takes a couple times, but the minute you catch a spark, it lights up the dead wood, and it's done. It's a complete blaze. Black smoke to the sky.
I break out my flute, play a little prayer song.
On
Adrian
the
looks worried.
on the ground around the area, were there footprints?
Give me a roll. Give me a perception. Yes, keep going, Jake. Keep
I
going.
don't know what that noise was, and I look over. Uh-oh.
Oh no, we're hardcore with this shit.
Oh, keep playing, bro. That's awesome.
Not very good.
Play
with
Jethro
it.
Tull.
I'd love to. I'm not that good.
Free bird.
I got a 29.
All right, yeah,
Dead
you definitely
creeper.
see some footprints. Some sink heavier than others, but they're all just human footprints.
Okay. Any of them fresh?
No, they haven't been there at least in a couple weeks. They're caked in deep from the rain and the mud. They're
Okay.
dried. So,
Okay, doke.
all right. As you guys look at the signpost, Irina points towards the tester pools to the north. She says, "That's the way to Madame Eva's encampment."
Excellent.
That's
Let's
the way
make
we
haste.
gotta go.
All right. It's about midday now. The distance you guys have traveled. So.
Come, Daddy Bell, we must go.
Dairy Bell? Wow, that's got a lot of weird implications.
Look, guys, my brain is fucking fried today.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Bubba's been real quiet tonight.
I've been sitting down listening to these 5 assholes talk for the last 8 hours. I am...
Did you just call yourself an asshole?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay. As you guys go down go for it.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
As you guys go down the road, eventually the road disappears and you come into an actual like trail through bushes and trees. It disappears and it's a muddy path through the trees. Deep ruts and earth are evidence of comings and goings of wagons. The canopy of mist in the branches suddenly gives way to black clouds boiling far above. The storm's returned. There's a clearing ahead next to the river that widens to form a small lake several hundred feet across. You see 5 colorful round tents ahead of you, each in 10 feet in diameter, and they're pitched outside a ring of 4 barrel-dropped wagons. A much larger tent stands near the shore of the lake, sagging form lit from within. Near the tent, you see 8 unbridled horses drinking from the river. The mournful strains of an accordion clash with the singing of several brightly clad figures around a bonfire. A footpath continues beyond the encampment, meandering north to what you can see reconnects to the road past it. But around the fire, you just hear a bunch of people just dancing and singing, an accordion mashing its keys, and just a real good time. You can hear wooden goblets clash against each other. It seems like you stumbled upon a small little party.
1,000 greetings, dear friends, from your local monastery.
I'm going to join in the music with my flute.
They just kind of stop and all look up for a second, like humans and something. They all kind of stop for a second. You recognize that everyone around them matches the 3 Vistani that you guys saw in the tavern. And they're like, you with the flute. They motion you over to the fire. And they look at the one in the priest's garb, and we're unsure about you.
Oh, but what is there to be unsure of on such a pleasant eve?
Then they see the girl, and they're like, the Shova, you bring her. Come, share the fire, share the food, share the drink, share the wine, share the music.
Oh, I don't partake of any of those things.
Your loss, friend, your loss. But come to the fire.
So they
Let the dog out.
Irina, and
Yeah.
then... Okay, what did they call her?
The Shova.
Shoba.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not digging this. This is out of place.
I'm gonna go over to Ragnek and be like, "Come, make friends, rejoice with us in our merriment."
You see the goat the goat pipes up happy around the place.
First off, I only have one friend, and I do not know where he is. So,
I think he's a little bit all of us. Wouldn't you say?
okay, moving on.
It was incredible. He searched for words for a long time, and then he just...
Yeah,
I quit.
You see someone get up from one of the wagons. He kind of grogs and wakes up. He shakes himself off. He comes out. My name is Alec of the Vistani. What brings you travelers through our camp?
Hoping to return a goat.
He looks
To
at the
the
goat.
goat, that is not funny.
We're searching for Madame Eva.
He's like, you found her camp. She is our leader. She is our matriarch.
We would be honored to speak with her.
I will let her know you're here. Please eat, drink. It is rude not to be that way. As you are here, understand you are under the protection of the Vistani. You are guests. It would be ill against our ways to cause you harm. You are protected here.
We are honored and grateful.
I want to say when in
Thank
Barovia, and then take a little piece of meat.
Is Madame Eva a Vistani?
Yes, she is.
So
She is the oldest
the
of
last
us.
the last time that I was in company of Vistani, I was magically transported to Hellhole. I am not exactly sure that your words and your actions are meshing here, my friend.
We have good soup. Made by Madame Eva herself.
So I've been
Stop,
told, and
Junico,
I will refrain from soup. Thank you.
Of course. He smiles. Yeah, you're the ones.
What a kind thing to say, sir.
Oh my God.
He walks over to the large tent.
Okay. What role do you need for me to drag fucking Kavir into the forest and fucking change his clothes forcefully?
I'm not that kind of priest, Bubba.
You know what? There is no roll, bro. It's all on you, bro. RP the hell out of it.
My movement speed is way faster than yours. Good luck.
Your movement
you
speed,
think you've seen
maybe,
a
but I can
flying
throw a javelin 60 feet.
This will be the first time a priest has been chased.
Whoa.
All right.
Hashtag relatable.
So, eventually the man comes back and he's like, she'll speak with you. Just wait here by the fire. She'll come out. Oh, we just lost Jake.
Uh-oh.
That's what you get for eating soup.
He's been transported to someplace shittier than Barovia.
And he's back. So, you see an older gentleman, one of the older Vistani. He comes out and he begins to tell a tale to the children because there's a few children in camp.
I want to sit down with the kids and
Alright.
listen to the story intently.
He sits there. He's like, children, listen. A mighty wizard came to this land years ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing now. A very charismatic man he was. He could rally the people of Barovia against the devil's Throd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle in mass. And when the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again.
This is a good story.
The wizard and the vampire, they cast spells at each other, and their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to the precipice that overlooked the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes as thunder shook the mountains, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet his magic he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again yet he stood his ground. But when the devil's Strahd fell upon him, sadly the wizard's magic could not save him, and I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river myself to search for the body, to see if you know he had anything of value. But the river had already spirited him away.
Oh, this story ended sad.
A lesson, children. Though the Strahd may be the devil, he is the lord of the land. And you must be wary to stay away from the castle Ravenloft.
Ooh, I got goosebumps.
Wow.
I want to look around at the other kids and I'm like, that's scary, right? It's scary.
So, the old man says,
I'm going to look at Adrian and Chinacote and be like, I do not know what is going on. In all the years that we have traveled, this has never happened.
The old man looks.
If this persists more than 4 hours, I think we should call the
No,
the old man nods. Go ahead.
You've known me for a long time. You know that I sometimes play another character in order to smooth things out.
Play other characters to smooth things out, yes. But to take on roles that is so unlike your character is rare.
The old Vistani man looks at you guys and he's like, it's about a rain. Best you meet Madame Eva in her tent. Don't mind Alec. Alec's here for her protection. But it'd be definitely wise to meet her in her tent.
Okay.
Oh, blessed for us to have Alec around. I said we're so lucky to have Alec around to protect people.
Alec is of the old ways. He'll stay true to Madame Eva's word. She gave orders that you are not to be touched. Especially the one of heart. The green one of heart.
Oh, he's talking about you, Ragnick. I want to go up and give him a hug and be like, look, things will get better. You just got to wait for it.
Oh, God.
Now my hands are up. My hands are up like I'm getting arrested. Like, what is happening?
We're going to make it through.
I think someone's
Let's
been
meet
drinking
up
from
with Madame Eva.
Adri's gonna look at Ragnick and say, do you think his robe is cursed?
Perhaps.
I'm gonna-
I think, Mr. Professional, can you change clothes to see if maybe that thing needs to be destroyed in fiery brimstone of hell?
Oh, nonsense. These ropes are fine. But I'm gonna like, as I walk past Adri, I'm gonna lose all pretense in my face and just go back to normal me, and I'm gonna look her right in the face and I'm gonna be like, this is what you're like all the time. And then
Played the long con.
Adri's gonna shake her head. She'll say, no, because I've never hugged you, so that's not right.
so I'm gonna like go up to Madame Ava's tent.
Oh, God. All right. As you guys enter the tent, you see the old woman that was cooking the stew that brought you here. And that's where we'll end.
Sounds good.
Dun, dun, dun.
I see you
That
have
was
my goat.
Once again, we want to thank you guys for listening to Freelance Heroism. We hope you're having just as much fun listening as we are playing. Visit us at facebook.com/freelanceheroism and leave us a like.
Our theme music is I'm What You'd Be Without Her by Dr. Turtle, used under the Creative Commons license. You can find a link in the show notes. Our cast includes Dees Cassius as Kavir the Professional, Rachel Moore as Adri the Wood Elf, Bubba Downs as Ragnick the Bold, Jake Sipple as Chunakote the Wayward Shaman, and of course, last but not least, our DM, David Walker.
Questions or comments? Send an email to mail@freelanceheroism.com. And don't forget to give us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. I want to give a special shout out to Nate over at Minion Works Podcasting for all his help in getting this podcast moving. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. In the meantime, the invoice is in the mail.